So first and foremost, I want to say, call Allah, Abanawa Yahweh, Ba'ashem wa Malaki Awashai. That's all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God in His only begotten Son name, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? So, we out here for tabernacles, man. All praises to Abanawa Yahweh. I don't know what it is, but we was able to get a little bit of service to do a video. Maybe it's due to everybody that piled in, Friday night. Um, but yeah, man, it's been beautiful. It's been an adventurous, type of event. Real cold at nighttime. Brother been sticking it through with me every one of these days, man. We're like 5 days in right now. 6 if you count, the day that's not the feast, Monday. But yeah, it's been an honor, man. It's been a pleasure to serve the Most High, man, in this banner. A hiccup. We had a hiccup on the first night. But ever since then, man, it's been blessed. It's been a blessing, man. Salute the people telling me name. Oh, I'm Officer Gubawar Gabar of K.O.Y.
Soldier Shamak. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh by Shai, Mashiach, Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala. Right. Yeah, man. Salute to all the brethren and the sisterin, man, that's keeping these commandments. Cause it's hard out here for a pimp, man. You know what I mean? It's hard out here for a Hebrew Israelite, man. Our flesh is rebellious, at heart. Like that's just as much as your blood pump through your body, man, as much as the flesh want to be rebellious against the Most High's commandments. So salute to all the children, the women, the husbands, the wives, young women, young men, and these babies out here that's keeping these commandments to the absolute best, right, of their ability. All praise to Abba Yahweh, right? So yeah, let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. I seen a lot of our brothers, they bring out this elementary scripture, right? So we're gonna go ahead and get this elementary scripture right quick.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, and verse 17.
Salah. Go ahead.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord, out of one Yahweh Shai.
So the scriptures tell us, right, and everything that we do in word or deed, we got to do it all by Shem Yahushua, right? So the mission is in everything that we do, man. We want to do it in Yahushua name, man. All these commandments, we keep them in Yahushua name, right? Every time we walk, every time we talking and walking in Yahushua name. Lord willing, we could be more and more accurate, with our speech, our tonality, our being patient, not to cut one another off in the midst of our talk, right? Knowing when to shut down, right? And knowing when to express yourself, right? How to express yourself. All these things are topics that we're going to go through today because that was the biggest mishap, when it came to our first night, doing the tabernacles. So now it's time to cut us, me and this brother, even he was one of the best ones at that moment, right? But I was kind of rough, and I could have did a lot better. So we're gonna get on this video, man, and just talk about how to be better. Every day we want to get better in this truth, man. Every day we want to serve Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua better, man. Right, and it takes mistakes to get this thing right, right. Go ahead and get that next precept. Give for me James chapter 1. Con. Cause one of the biggest things, man, is in Israel. That's why the Lord said, there's life and death in keeping the commandments and breaking the commandments, right? But the Lord tells us, He said that there's life and death in the power of the tongue. So just as much as you should be either keeping the commandments or breaking the commandments, is the same way that you should be either talking stupid, right, or talking righteous. You feel what I'm saying? So we need to pick a side, even when it comes to our speech, man. Right, so let's get this right here.
He said 1 and 19, right?
1 and 19, yep.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, and verse 19, and it reads, Wherefore, my beloved brethren, Let every man be swift to hear.
Be what?
Swift to hear.
No, it says swift to talk.
Swift to hear.
Uh-huh.
Slow to speak.
Uh-huh.
Slow to wrath.
So you got to be quick to hear. That means you got to be quick to be quiet when somebody else is talking, right? Because you might have the right thing to say in that moment, but it won't be received because you might say it in wrath, right? You might have a temper behind it, right? Or you didn't even hear the whole matter, so you speaking on one point, but you didn't hear all 6 points and put the cinder blocks together. You feel what I'm saying? So now when you do answer that one point, that wasn't right. They needed help with this whole conclusion, right? Not just bit by bit, piece by piece. When you're breaking down the scripture, you could go bit by bit, piece by piece. But when you're breaking down somebody's thought, somebody, the way they feeling at the moment, you got to actually extract all of that. That's why the Lord tells us to have empathy and sympathy, right? And be empathetic and humble and humility. All these things, that's commandments.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? That we need to express one to another, right? So when it says swift to hear, it's telling you know when to shut down, right? Know when to shut down, right? Slow to speak. When you let me, and the brother's still like, nah, man, I'm still talking. Let that brother, let that sister talk. You feel what I'm saying? And then when it's your time, give an answer. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the Bible even tells us. It said, look, man, write it down, man. When somebody talking to you, just jot down what you want to say. That way you don't forget it. You feel what I'm saying? And then give answer. You know what I mean? That's how slow you need to be to speak. So slow that you say, hold on, let me get a pen and a pad. You know what I mean? But we so quick to fly off the handle. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, and it says slow to wrath, because wrath come from out your mouth, man. Right? And wrath comes from within. Everything that we say without our mouth, it first started as a thought within. We had the right of way to say, nah, you going into captivity and I'm gonna let you free. That's right. You know, but we don't have that guard on our mouth all the time. So the Lord, right, he'll put a spirit on us to make us blurt out some shit that we ain't really want to say. You know what I mean? I was feeling like that, but I didn't want to say that. You know, but it just come out. So it says slow to wrath, right?
Verse 20. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God.
It says for the wrath of man. So your mouth don't, if you're not speaking correctly, it doesn't work the righteousness of God, right? When the scripture tell us, hey, when prophet Samuel came through and they was like, hey, comest thou peacefully? That means, are you coming in a humble manner, or are you about to yell and flame us up with your speech?
Right.
Right. Speech is everything. Right. Speech is actually part of the fruits of the spirit, man. A big part of the fruits of the spirit. Your actions, we could be good in actions all the day long, right? But our mouth will overload our butt. You know. Right. Go ahead.
Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness.
What?
Lay apart all filthiness.
F this, F you, F this, F that, blah blah blah. BITCH this, hold that, this that, right? Lay apart that filthiness, man. Try to take profanity out your mouth, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? To the best of your ability. Because then you'll be heard in a smooth manner, in a smooth tongue. Right? Yeah, we talk crap about the Christians, man, but the Christians, they safeguard their mouth, man.
That's right.
A lot of them, when they go to speak to one another in the church setting, right outside the church setting, they might be demons and dragons and everything else. But in a church setting, man, they safeguard their mouth, man. Right? And the Lord told us what? He said, let's walk honestly like in the day. You know? Go ahead.
And
superfluity
of naughtiness.
Of what?
Of naughtiness.
It mean an extension of naughtiness. An extension of vanity. An extension of you. Right? You just constantly busting off at the mouth.
That's right.
Wop, wop, whoopity, wop, wop, wop. You know what I mean? Man, shut up. You know what I mean? Shalaki, be quiet, man. You know, be quiet, man. You don't need to do all of that. He said what? Actions are weighed, man. Right? So you be quiet, man. Let your actions speak, man. And the Lord commands us not to be quick to anger.
That's right.
So guess what? We're gonna come in a loving way, man. I was about to tell you something, but let me go ahead and give you a hug. That's what it seemed like you need. Cause I'm about to tell you how you making me feel right now. But come here, bring it in. You know, and that hug, it'll disannul everything. What he say? He said the light conquer the darkness. So does love conquer hate?
Uh,
Right? Love. It says love covereth love. What it said? Charity covereth all sins. Right? What is charity? When you go down into the etymology of the word, is love. Love covered it all sins. I was about to tell you something, but here, look, yeah, you look kind of parched. Right? Hold on, hey, babe, go make him some food because he angry right now. He might be hangry. Right?
right.
It gonna cover that hate. That hate gonna go get up out of there. Right? Let's go.
And receive with meekness
Uh-huh.
the engrafted word which is able to save your soul.
The what?
The engrafted word which is able to save your soul.
And that word comes from the Lord, man. The Lord told us to love one another, man. Why the hell are we screaming and yelling at one another? Why in the hell are you so quick to pop off at the mouth, man? Right? Hey, man, you're gonna bring your soul to the pits of hell, man. Right along with you. Your soul's supposed to go up to the Father, right? Now your soul go back up to the Father, and when you come back, you got an infirmity now because you want it to be rash with your mouth.
That's right.
Right? You want to just pop off at the lip. Right? Go ahead.
But be but be ye doers of the word.
Be what?
Be ye doers of the word.
The word is to love your neighbor as you love yourself, man. After loving God first, right? That's the word. Simple. He said all the two hang on these, right? Love the Father, right, and love your neighbor as yourself.
That's right.
A lot of times we screaming, yelling, and cussing and all this because we don't truly love ourselves. Because if we love ourselves, we'll watch our mouth, right? If you love your life, man, you'll safeguard your lips, man, because your life will get you killed. Your mouth will get you killed, man. You know, me punching you don't hurt you as bad as me calling you all types of evil things. You that the Bible, we went through it. They said basically your mind is like a deep water, right? When I tell you something, you're gonna bring that thing down like in the sunken place on get out. You know what I mean? And then you trying to digest that right there in your brain. And guess what? You put dubs on everything I said. Because evil gonna expand just like righteousness expand. But evil is louder than righteous. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And not hearers only.
It says don't just be a hearer of the word, but do the word. The mission is to execute properly the word of God. Right? That's our mission as being true believers of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. True followers, right, of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? And then Yahweh, there's structure, there's order. And then Yahweh Shai, he executes that order, that structure.
That's right.
Right? And it's up to us to be that follower of Yahweh Shai and order structure, right, and order. You feel me? Ain't no reason for us to be out of order. There's no reason for that, man. And I gotta check myself. Other brothers, sisters gotta check themselves. But that's what the word do. It cuts you to heal you. Right? Keep going.
Deceiving your own selves.
Mm-hmm.
For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass.
So it says that he's like a man that understands who he is, what he's supposed to do, the way he's supposed to act, right? Everything. When you're looking in the glass, you see all your flaws. You see everything, right? And all you're doing is seeing, okay, this is how I'm supposed to move. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is how this go. This is how that go, right? Boom, 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 right? Brush my teeth. I shave my, line up my beard. I, put the cologne on, oil the face, oil the beard, you know what I mean? When you're in the glass, you're checking out all your things, man. But watch what it says.
For he beholdeth himself. And he goeth his way.
And then he get up out of there and he what? Read on.
And straightway forgetteth that manner of man he was.
You forgot you was a new creature. You forgot you was a new creature. If a nigga would have videotaped all that madness, man, like the angels did, bruh, we would have had a lot more to beat up ourselves about.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And we gotta take heed to the way that we operate, man. Right? And spirits, they come on you as like a snake. You know, it's very subtle how a spirit will hop on you. You know, and then they'll make you think that it's not a spirit. It's not an evil spirit. And then you just woo, 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 that motherfucker just transforming in you. Now it's the biggest monster it ever was.
Right.
We gotta watch these spirits at the door. All right, we gotta block these spirits, man. Right? Go ahead.
But whoso looketh unto the perfect law of liberty,
Into the what?
unto the perfect law of liberty, and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer,
A forgetful hearer. You remember everything about being a new creature and you doing it. Right? You safeguarding your heart, you safeguarding your mouth, you're controlling everything you say, you controlling your actions. That person right there, that of that law of liberty, somebody that is just not like law, but he's like fruits of the spirit, law, fruits of the spirit, law, this, peace, meek, holy, gentle, love, not hate.
That's
right. That person that's on top of all that law of liberty, because the law of liberty is love. It's grace. That's what it's really talking about. Law of liberty is this grace that we get. You know what I mean? This period of not being killed for our sins. You know what I mean? But let's look at it as in, you know what I mean, as in the fruits of the spirit. The law of liberty, our sins get forgiven by how we treat one another, how we forgive one another, how we act for one another. Right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
Not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work.
But a what?
A doer of the work.
Man, go ahead.
This man shall be blessed in his deed.
Man, so you're going to get a payout, man, for safeguarding your mouth, man. For safeguarding your heart, man. Not letting evil spirits overtake you as often.
That's right.
You know, it's going to happen. We all sin and go off. We all going to get angry. We all going to get bad thoughts, man. But the less that we do it, the better. Right? Just like when we conquering sins. The less that we do that sin, the better we getting.
That's right.
You know? Are we going to do the same sin twice? More than likely. Right? Are we going to do it 7 times? More than likely. You know what I mean? Until we overcome, until the Lord give us the gift to overcome these sins. Right? Let's go to Psalms 39. Now this one here is all about self-control. Looking into yourself, right? While like looking into yourself when you see you about to lack. You feel me?
That's right.
That's what David was doing right here in this chapter, man. You know, he was safeguarding his heart, man. He was safeguarding his mouth, man. He was reigning over his lips and not letting his lips reign over him. All right, so we're gonna read this.
This is the mighty book of Psalms, chapter 39, and verse 1. And it reads, I said, I will take heed to my ways.
So what?
I will take heed to my ways.
Hey, man, he said, I'm going to watch and I'm going to pay attention and I'm going to observe my ways. Because the Lord tells us what? He says to keep the law diligently. Observe the law diligently. Right? So we got to watch ourselves diligently, man. The Lord told us before he left, he said, be circumspect. Right? That means to watch all your surroundings, within and without. Right? When you look at a circle, guess what? Everything within that circle, that's everything you got to keep watch of. And guess who in that circle? You. So you got to take heed of yourself. You got to take heed of everybody else around you, right? So that way you can operate in the right manner. Right. Anything outside of that border is just extra, right? Now you can expand your circle line. You can expand your perimeter and let more people in there. But that's all up to you and how much you can handle.
That's right.
Right? A lot of people can't handle this truth. A lot of people can't handle a lot of people. Right? A lot of people only want to deal with them, themselves, and their family because that's all they can handle at that moment. And that's cool. And that's cool. But the Lord said to expand yourself. The Lord said to get better, right? To increase day by day, right? In prayer and fasting and teaching people and being around other people, right? This truth is not a solo mission, man. So you're gonna have to know how to safeguard your tongue. You know, watch your mouth. Be circumspect. Read it from the top.
This is a book of Psalms, chapter 39, and verse 1.
And
it reads, I said, I will take heed to my ways.
To what?
I will take heed to my ways.
I'll pay attention to what I do. Right? Go ahead.
That I sin not.
That what?
That I sin not with my tongue.
What?
That I sin not with my tongue.
Man, it says so that way I don't sin with my tongue. Nowhere in the Old Testament it said you can sin by saying such and such and such and such. No, but through your tongue comes out hatred, man. Also through your tongue come out honor. You can speak renowned words, or you can speak folly.
Uh,
You can sin through your lips, man, because your lips tell you about your thoughts, right? And are you correcting your neighbor in righteousness by the law, right? By the fruits of the spirit? Or are you correcting your neighbor just because you got rank over him? You gotta think about that, man, when you move in a grouping. Right? As a soldier, you gotta think about that when we got cadets and prospects, right? How I need to figure out how these people think so that way I could teach them correctly. I gotta figure out how they think so that way when I talk to them I don't offend them.
that's right.
Right? Read.
I will keep my mouth with a bridle.
With a what?
With a bridle.
A brittle or a bridle, right? Is it really a brittle?
A brittle.
It's a thing that control horses, right? It hurts the side of their mouth, so when you turn them, they gotta move their head, right? So I'm gonna keep my mouth with a brittle, meaning I'm gonna have charge over what I say.
That's right.
I'm not gonna let an evil spirit overtake me and I'm gonna say what's really on my mind. Nah, take that thought, put it over there, and then say what you really supposed to say.
Huh.
You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead.
While the wicked is before me.
While the wicked is before me, I'm gonna watch what I say. Cause the wicked be talking about all type of man of evil and wickedness. So when they before me, I gotta watch what I say. Right, go ahead.
I was dumb.
I was what?
I was dumb.
I was what?
I was dumb.
Say you gotta shut up. Dumb means to be quiet. Dumb means deaf.
Huh.
Right? When you deaf, can you talk? Nah, you are and you doing finger movement. Right? You can't do it. You know what I mean? So in the mix of the wicked, I was dumb with silence.
Huh.
I'm just gonna be quiet, man. Listen. You know, see what I could take, see what I can't take. Right? Go ahead.
I was dumb with silence. I held my peace.
I what?
I held my peace.
I was quiet and I didn't open my mouth and I waited for my turn to speak. Damn. You know, that we gotta practice that thing, man. And it's not easy, man. Cause the flesh like, hey man, who he talking to? Who she talking to? You know what I would have done if it was back in this time? That's what the flesh said. You feel what I'm saying? The spirit said, hey, look, man, calm down. Hold your peace. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Even from good, and my sorrow was stirred.
It said what?
My sorrow was stirred.
And it says, I held my peace, even from good, even from telling you what is good, what's good for you to do, giving you counsel. I ain't even give you counsel, right? Because I know that counsel could turn on me, right? Even though it's good counsel, right? And then it says what? And my sorrow was stirred, and I wept in the inside because I know that there's a better way for you to operate, a better way for you to think, right? Take your time, man, when it comes to speaking, man. Take your time when it comes to dealing with your people. Don't be so quick to fly off the handle. Go ahead.
My heart was not within.
What?
My heart was not within me.
It was hot.
Oh, it was hot within me.
Yeah.
Salakia, my heart was hot within me.
Meaning my mind was ready to flash out because I know what's good. You know, and y'all ain't doing it. And I'm ready to execute judgment. That's what David said. Right? Same thing with us. We get hot, we get angry, right? And then we just damn let it all out. You know what I mean? Nah, man, keep that lid on there. This motherfucker popping and steaming. It's hot. You know what I mean? Shut, nigga, put a brick on top of the lid. You feel what I'm saying? Shut the hotness down. You know what I mean? Pour some water on that thing. You know what I mean? Like on Friday, he was like, man, we out of milk. Yeah, put water on it. You know what I mean? When you hot like that, bro, and you angry like that, do not speak, man. Hold your tongue, man. Right? Let it just burn inside you. Cry.
Now you're raging. Now you're raging.
Yeah. Now you're raging. Right? Just cry. He said, my sorrow was stirred up in me. That means I wanted to say something. I'm hot. I'm angry. But I'm just going to cry. Right. And then I'm going to go pray to the Lord. Women really got to practice that. You know what I mean? We got to practice it too. Because we got to show them by example. Right? And they need to not look at us like we some type of punk, you know, some type of punk, you know, when we go into crying.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? Really, I'm crying because I want to say something to you. I want to do you something. You know what I mean? But I ain't. So I'm letting it all fester. I'm listening to you.
That's right.
Read that again.
Verse 3. My heart was hot within me.
Mm-hmm.
While I was musing, the fire burned.
What?
While I was musing, the fire burned.
Musing means pondering on my thoughts. That's musing.
Huh.
That's you pondering on your thoughts. Right? He said the fire what?
The fire burned.
He couldn't put it out. He couldn't put it out, man. You know what I mean? That's like you when you was thinking and them tears started flowing. As you musing. You couldn't put it out. And I'm like, bro, they got a fire going. I need to help bro put it out. You know what I mean? Read it again.
While I was musing,
while I was thinking,
the fire burned.
It stayed as hot as it was when it was at the beginning. Go ahead.
Then spake I.
What?
Then spake I.
Then he what?
Then spake I with my tongue.
Bruh, after all that, I finally spoke. But it took me really holding stuff in and taking it and crying and now I could speak to you. Okay, I'm good, bro. You know what I mean? I was tripping. I was thinking about this. You know, y'all really was getting on my nerves, right? So we need to take heed to David's words, man. Like the brother, like you said, man. You told that brother, man. You know, the first thing you need to do, bro, while you talking about you want to serve the Lord and your people Israelites, and you know, and all this, but you still doing whatever the hell you want. You know, go read the Psalms, man. Told the brother, go read the Psalms, because we know that Proverbs and Psalms that's the backbone of Christian society, and we at least know those two books is good for us. You know what I mean? So that was smart, man. That's why all brothers need to go read the Psalms, man. Right, go ahead.
Verse 4. Lord, out of one, make me to know mine end.
Who he spoke to though?
Yahweh Shai?
He spoke to Yahweh. Yeah, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai.
Lord, make me to know mine end and the measure of my days. What it is, that I may know how frail I am.
He said, let me know what breaks me. Man, let me know what makes me go off the handle, man. Right? Give me the patience to understand me. That's a prayer I need to pray. You feel what I'm saying? I be asking them for certain things, you know, patience, endurance, and this, and strength, and, you know, man, help me to burn within and cry to you before I speak to somebody who getting on my nerves.
That's right.
Somebody who I feel I could have did better in this situation, that situation. Make me to be able to ponder on something for a couple of days before I could bring it to somebody and have them to digest it. Let me speak to you first, Yahweh, before I speak to him, before I speak to her. Right, go ahead.
Verse 5.
Behold, he said, what it is that I may know how frail I am. What is going to break me? Right, go ahead.
Verse 5. Behold, thou hast made my days as an handbreadth.
As a what?
My days as an handbreadth.
He said as 18 inches. A handbreadth. Right? Go ahead.
And mine age is as nothing before thee.
As what?
Is nothing before thee.
Uh-huh.
Verily, every man at his best estate is altogether vanity. Selah.
Bruh, he said at our best estate we still vain. You know? Keeping the laws to the T. Still vain. Because you don't know how to shut up. You know what I mean? You don't know how to not think about sin. All your actions, you ain't sinning your actions, but your brain all bad. You know, those thoughts come in all day, every day. You know what I mean? You got an evil thought. You know? Yeah. When you're a rapist or a pedophile or a murderer or a serial killer, guess where it all starts? In your brain. You know what I mean? And then you put them into action. But those thoughts, guess what we got to do? Put them into captivity. You going in a jail cell. I ain't even dealing with you till tomorrow. You know what I mean? Put your ass way back in the back somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? I'll overcome you tomorrow. Today, I'm locking you up. You know what I mean? Thoughts are everything, man. It says, at his best estate, right? At the man's best estate is altogether vanity. Read on.
Surely every man walketh in a vain shoe,
You know what?
and walketh in a vain shoe.
Hey man, this button up collar. You know what I mean? Oop. You know what I mean? Fringes down to the whoop, and the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every man he'll he'll set himself up nice. Purple garment,
Mm.
the newest gold belt. You know what I mean? Chest plate, you kind of gotta like squeeze in, and you put, you know what I mean? You put stretchy things right there, so you know a crown that's cocked to the side a little bit like a fitted cap. You know, with a cane with a big ass ruby on the top of it, and the cane all gold. You know, a man to put on a good show, right? Go ahead.
Surely they are disquieted in vain.
What?
They are disquieted in vain.
It says they don't even bring, they bring to death. Quieted or quitted,
With it.
right, means life,
Yeah.
right? Disquieted or disquitted, right, means death,
That's right.
right? It says surely they are death in vain, right? They're death and nothingness, right? All this thing you trying to lift yourself up on, right, is vanity, man, right? And when you in that type of state, man, a lot of times you become proud. When you get fresh, that's when the proud spirit can hop when you quit. You know what I mean? If you got holes in your shirt, you got a little dirty on your pants. You know what I mean? That's why I don't mind wearing these. You got a little dirt here, a little dirt there. You know what I mean? My shoes ain't all together. But guess what? It helped me to stay humble a little bit more. My shirt all right. You know what I mean? But I just look a little dirt. Okay. Still got sin lingering around. You know what I mean? Yeah. You get too fresh, boy. Pride get on you like that. They got certain camps that deal with that pride spirit because they fresh all the time. Yeah, you Judah, but sometimes you need to put on sackcloth. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to actually do sprinkle the ashes on your head to remind yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, smell it. You know what I mean? That came out of you. Yeah. You filthy.
He heapeth up riches and knoweth not who shall gather them.
Yeah. He get pride as hell. You know, talking out the side of his neck. Right? Not knowing who he talking to. Nigga about to jam you up. But you full of pride. You full of pride and don't know when to be quiet. About to jam you up. He said, know it not who gathered him. Don't know who he talking to. As a killer you talking to. Nigga, I'm telling you, I've been about that. Yeah? Yeah, you about that, right? Alright. Nah. Right between the frontal lobe. Right? So we really gotta watch what we say, man, how we dealing, man. Cause certain people, they gather what you say in a certain way. You might be meaning something totally different. But if you don't safeguard your mouth, it comes out as death, right? Instead of life. If you could order your words are right, you feel what I'm saying? Just like you order your ways are right, somebody could understand it exactly how you wanted to bring it to them. You know what I mean? Because you could say F you in this way, and then you could say, man, F you, man. Right. You know what I mean? And both of them are received in a different manner. You know what I mean? That F you, the first one is like, hey, that second one was like, man, I love you, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And now, Lord, what wait I for? My hope is in thee.
Is what?
My hope is in thee.
Go ahead.
Deliver me from all my transgressions. Make me not the reproach of the foolish.
Says, don't destroy me, man, because of the little things that I sin in, you know, or the great ones, you know. That's why David always told him, he said, hey, look, don't judge me according to your anger. Judge me according to your mercy, right? I need that mercy judgment. You know what I mean? And we got to do the same thing. We got to judge each other in mercy. You know, we got to look at each other with mercy. When somebody's sinning and going off and battling with sin, you should feel bad for them and pray for them. You shouldn't say, damn, nigga, you still battling that? You know what I mean? How long it took you to get rid of your damn bad habit? You know what I mean? You still dealing with anger, George. God of War, right? And as much as you conquering it, it's still, why is it still come back up? But you worry about this man smoking cigarettes. You worry about this man vaping. You worry about this man over drinking. You worry about this man, you know? Come on, man. Right? Go ahead.
I was dumb
Uh
I opened not my mouth,
huh.
because thou didst it. Remove thy stroke away from me,
He said what?
because thou
Read it
didst.
from the
Oh,
top.
Salakia. I was dumb. I opened not my mouth.
I what?
I opened not my mouth.
He talking about at the beginning, right? He shut up. He didn't
Huh.
open his mouth. And guess what he went and did? He got away from all those wicked people and went back and started talking to Yahweh.
Huh.
He said, I was dumb.
I opened not my mouth,
I shut up.
because thou didst it.
He said, what?
Because thou didst it.
Because you made me be quiet. We got to pray that the Most High makes us be quiet.
Huh.
Right? Sometimes you got to pray in the midst of the conversation. Allow me to just stop talking until this brother or sister done. You know what I mean? Then give me the words to say, Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Huh.
Is you mumbling under your? I'm praying. I'm trying to make sure we okay at the end of this.
Huh.
You know what I mean? I don't want you to hate me forever. You know
Remove thy stroke away from me.
what?
Remove thy stroke away from me.
He said, don't discipline me, Lord. Right? I'm cool. You already did it. I've been good, right, Pop? Go ahead.
I am consumed.
Come what?
I am consumed
By what?
by the blow of thine hand.
Said, man, I'm look. I've been like I said, I've been all right, Pop? I've been good. Don't hit me no more. You done? yeah. You trying to duck the belt? You know that one where you stretch your back out, you try whoop, thought he dies one. Whoop, oh, I said you missed, I missed, huh? Come up with a, you know what I mean? He said, I'm already consumed with your butt whooping, man. Right? Go ahead.
When thou with rebukes dost correct man for iniquity.
For what?
With rebukes dost correct man for iniquity.
He said, man, with correction, you correct man from iniquity, from sin, right? Go ahead.
Thou makest his beauty to consume away.
So what?
His beauty to consume away.
Like what?
Like a moth.
Like a what?
Like a moth.
Man, you thought you was fresh. Everything was set up. Everything was pretty. We was good, drinking, pop. And then everything we brought up, everything came out. All the love was shown. Guess what happened? That beauty destroyed. Manner of seconds. Right? So don't think of yourself to be something or you get brought to naught. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Surely every man is vanity. Selah.
Surely every man is what?
Is vanity.
Is nothing.
Selah.
Read.
Hear my prayer.
What?
Hear my prayer.
What?
O Lord, and give ear unto my cry.
Unto my what?
Unto my cry.
He said, in your affliction, you gonna seek me early, man. Right? And you know what, man? I've been liking this, man. I've been liking going through like whole chapters and long things, because you could feel it. You know what I mean? When you go precept to precept, sometimes things could get kind of tainted. You know, brother trying to sit there like, oh man, rewind. You know? You feel what I'm saying? But when you go through a whole little set, you feel what I'm saying? You kind of get all, you get everything you need, man. You get the whole gifs of what the brother was going through in that moment. You know, what the sister was going through in that moment. So I love doing these, man. Read it again.
Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear unto my cry. Hold not thy peace at my tears.
Man, he said, count them. Remember them. Don't hold it. Don't help. That's why I say sometimes in the midst of a conversation, we got to pray to the Lord, man. Help me, man. Help me not say what I ain't supposed to say in this moment. Please. And if I don't have the power to not say what I really want to say and it's going to hurt their feelings, just let me just be quiet and accept what they said. Like, we got to be that type of humble. Right? Matter of fact, I'm going to get one precept right quick. Give for me Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. There's Matthew chapter 5 will never go old, man. Right? It give us the guideline to get in the kingdom, man.
Chapter 5, right?
Verse 5. Hold on. Yeah. 5.
Read that now. This is the mighty book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 5. And it reads, blessed are the meek.
Are the what?
Blessed are the meek.
Are the humble, right? Go ahead.
For they shall inherit the earth.
Drop down to 9.
Verse 9. Blessed are the
Or the
peacemakers.
what?
Blessed are the peacemakers.
To be a peacemaker, you have to safeguard your mouth, man. You got to pay attention to what you saying, man. When to say it, how to say it. That's how you be a peacemaker. Hey, bro, y'all doing too much. Hey, chill, niggas, go over there. You know what I mean? That's the time when you need to be stern. What would your house child do?
Yeah,
You
right.
know, like they used to say in the world, what it is?
What would Jesus do?
Yeah, WJD. What would Jesus do? What would your house child do? Get. Hey. Now don't speak for 5 minutes. Y'all sit in y'all thought. You know what I mean? Blessed be the peacemaker.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God.
The what?
The children of God.
Because y'all look like the Most High. The Most High create peace, he create war. Right? He woundeth and he healeth. Right? Let's go back to song.
We are at 12.
Yeah. No, we had 12, yeah.
This is Psalms chapter 39 and verse 12, and it reads, Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear unto my cry. Hold not thy peace at my tears, for I am a stranger with thee, and a sojourner, as all my fathers were.
Say, I'm just here for a time, right? I'm just here for a time. And I, you know what I mean? Even though you talk to me directly, I feel like a foreigner. I feel like you don't know me like that, and I don't know you like that. But we done had actual man-to-mans. David had actual man-to-mans with the angels, man, different angels. You feel what I'm saying? With Yahweh Shai. Man-to-man. He'll go in his room, bro, the Lord come speak to him. Right? That's heavy. And he said, man, I feel like a stranger, man, like all my fathers were. Right? Some of his fathers was full of dung. Some of them were full of dung, man. They said one thing with their mouth, but their actions said another thing. Go ahead.
Oh, spare me.
What?
Oh, spare me, that I may recover strength.
Stop whooping me for a little bit so I could get strong again. I'm down in the dumps. Nigga, help. You know what I mean?
Help me, please.
Help me, please.
Before I go hence and be no more.
I said, before I go somewhere and die. Like a dead dog. You know, a dog, when they want to die, they go to a comfortable spot, right? And they curl up in this little ball and they give up the ghost. You feel what I'm saying? He said, hey, man, you know, that's kind of how I'm feeling. You know, to stop whooping me for a little while so I could get my strength back. Oh, man, let's get the book of Sirach, chapter 28, verse 10. And all this, man, I hope y'all listening, man. I hope y'all healing, man, because, you know, we've been going through this for about, 5 days now. We've been just going through, like, how to operate with one another, how to be slow to anger, how to hold your mouth, you know, how to not, you know, there was earlier today, twice, an evil spirit came on me to check my wife. I had to say, you know what, shut up, nigga. Shut up, nigga. I ain't even, and then I had to give a soft answer. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of times people take that for granted, and that's what be messing with me. You know, but I gotta stop letting that get to me, cause it said, "Blessed be the meek, cause they're gonna inherit the earth." So I gotta stop letting that get to me. You know, like when people talk to me crazy, like nigga, I would, you know what I mean? I would pop, ooh, wop. I gotta stop letting that get to me. Oh, they talk to me crazy. So what are y'all? Stop forgetting to praise the Lord. Go ahead. Let me get that first. And everything is real life, man. A lot of people, they make these videos and they don't even bring their regular life into it. They just talking about you, and you, and you should, and answer questions. I answer a question for it. Nah, nigga, talk about your life. Talk about what you overcoming and talk about what you battling. Talk about what you just went through. This truth need to be organic. You know, that way eventually it'll become orgasmic. You feel what I'm saying? To where it's just like, ooh, every time you do something for the Lord, you're like, ooh. You kind of light up a little bit. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
This is the mighty book of Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 10. And it reads.
Hold on, let me see. I might want the one before that. Okay, yeah.
So 9.
Yeah, 7.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 7. And it reads, remember the commandments.
What the Lord said?
Remember the commandments.
What Yahweh said?
Remember the commandments.
Oh.
and bear no malice,
No what?
and bear no malice,
No what?
and bear no malice.
Man, nigga ain't show up to camp again. You know what I mean? That nigga got malice.
Huh.
That's slight hatred. That's organic hatred. That nigga ain't show up to camp again. He didn't show up to come lay in his tent again. We gotta watch that.
Huh.
You feel what I'm saying? The Lord doing something. The Lord working. Every time we think that these fleshly bodies, should be working, the Lord working in the spirit. You gotta stop trying to do the Lord's job, man.
Huh.
Let Yahweh Bashim Yahshua do what they're doing.
And bear no malice.
And what?
And bear no malice to thy neighbor. Remember the covenant of the highest.
What?
Remember the covenant of the highest.
Read on.
And wink at ignorance.
And what?
And wink at ignorance.
What I said? I said we need to laugh and be like the water hour, winking at ignorance. They don't know no better. Like, yeah, back in the day I would have did whatever, but they don't know no better. You know what I mean? You wink at ignorance, man. Laugh at it, smile at it. You know what I mean? And keep your spirit under control.
Abstain from strife.
From what?
Abstain from strife.
And to do that, you got to be slow to speak, man. You got to hear a brother and sister all the way out, man. You got to take your time, man, to abstain from strife. Go ahead.
And thou shalt diminish thy sins.
And you shall what?
Diminish thy sins.
And your sins shall start melting away, man. Said charity covereth the multitude of sins. Right? So when you abstain from strife, guess what? The reason why your sins going to diminish, because we repent daily. Right? And if we're not committing no more sins, guess what's happening to our sins?
They're not diminishing.
They're diminishing. Right? Just like he said in the book of Ezra, I believe, he said your sins shall be like the snow melting. They'll just melt away if you stay on the right track. You stay focused. Don't get inflamed by wine. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
For a furious man.
For what?
A furious man will kindle strife.
So furious is the opposite of humble, right? Meek, lowly, right? Fruits of the spirit. Go ahead. A furious man is adverse to the ways of God, to the laws of God. A furious man is a prideful man. You full of pride, man. Every time you think like who you talking to, you that pride. You know? Every time you think that you need to have something to say back, that's pride. Defeat that. Because pride ain't nothing but sin. And you sin with your lips. Go ahead.
A furious man will kindle strife.
Salaki.
A sinful man disquieteth friends.
It says disquieted friends. A sinful man basically killeth friends. He killeth friendships.
A sinful man disquieteth friends, and maketh debate among them.
And what?
Maketh debate among them.
You say how you feel about a certain commandment, and you like I think that buying on the Shabbat is not a sin outside of the land. In captivity, buying outside of buying on the Shabbat day is not a sin, right? It's nowhere in the law you can find that, right? But if I tell you that and I'm talking to you that one-on-one, it makes no sense for you to go to somebody else that believes that buying on the Shabbat is a sin, right? Because now guess what you're going to do? You just made strife. This brother said, look, it's in Nehemiah, look. And then now you come back and you're like, and he come back and he like, and now we battling, right? When really when you go through the law, you ain't going to find it. Yeah, you know? It says, and make a debate among them that be at peace. We was at peace when we was talking about the law. You go over there and you grab. Or he heard it and he. Yeah, man. And that all goes with what? Your mouth. With your mouth. The talebearer loose with his lips. Everything to say about everybody, what everybody doing, what everybody go through. Let that brother come tell you what he going through. Let that sister say what she going through. Go ahead.
Verse 10. As the matter of the fire is, so it burneth. And as man's strength is, so is his wrath.
So is what?
So is his wrath.
Says as a man's strength is, so is his wrath. Go ahead. The stronger you are, the more you want to test it. I know I can knock him out one hit. No, bro. Stronger you get, man. You say through water Yahweh, man. You keep pushing forward. Don't let pride lift you up. Yeah, I just did a little 500. Now you want to test it on somebody. You got a dough to kick in? Let me
Get that for you.
Nah, man, hold that in, man. Hold that in, man. Your strength is in your humility. Your strength is in your being slow to speak, man. Right, go ahead.
And according to his riches, his anger riseth.
Cause you proud. Now why the Lord tell you, man, if you're gonna get strong, be humble. If you're gonna become rich, be humble. When you full of pride and the Lord don't want you to kill yourself, He not gonna give you riches. If it's easy for you to get in pride, Lord ain't gonna give you riches. He gonna keep you humble. He gonna keep you poor. But if you conquer pride and you be humble, the Lord will give you riches. Cause He know I ain't gonna lose. You know what I mean? Lord know who He ain't gonna lose and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna say it being a mortal man, right? That soul ain't gonna get lost in the sauce cause of money. You know, cause He humble enough to accept, the gift of money that I'm giving him.
What does he say? That bodily exercise profits little.
Profit little, and if you think of it to profit much, you'll get proud. And same thing with riches. If you got 300,000 in the bank account and you ain't got to worry about, oh, if my car break down, what am I gonna do? If you ain't got to worry about that, you feel what I'm saying? You'll have to get a little proud. I gotta keep you humble. I give you 300,000, and every time you get in trouble, you can get a tow truck or buy a new whip. Shit, you need to be humble to receive that. I think I don't need you. First thing niggas say, get some money. I don't need you. You calling me for money? Nah. You supposed to be that dude. You get money. You like, you need help? All right. What's your cash app? You know what I mean? That's who the Lord want bless. But we got to develop these skills, man, of not talking too fast. You'll fuck up a good part. My bad. Salakia, y'all. You'll mess up a good partnership, right? Just by your tongue. I put in more to this company. I did more with this. Me and Khalil always got to check that spirit. You know what I mean? Always. You know what I mean? Always. Because pride lifted up. But a humble man, he shall be exalted by the Lord. Right, go ahead.
And the stronger they are, which contend, the more they
Watch this.
And the stronger they are which contend, the more they will be inflamed.
The more anger comes in. We gotta watch this stuff. We gotta watch this. We trying to like check it, you know what I mean? Like, nah.
Took your arms,
man.
I don't want to show too much. Put the jacket on. Like.
Go ahead.
And hasty contention kindleth a fire.
And what?
A hasty contention kindleth a fire.
It'll keep a fire going, man. Some contention to keep a fire going. It'll keep your brain movement. But if you could just shut your brain off for a second. What I told bro when the blood was rushing to his brain. He was speaking wrong. I said, damn, that blood done got to your brain. Hold on, what you said again? Say it again. You got to correct it now because that blood done got up there. When you get inflamed, that's all that blood just going there. Poof. Now the spirits in there. Through the blood, spirits is in there. They just moving. It said the spirit is more flowing than any water. You know what I mean? Evil spirits are the same way. They come in there, whoop, 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 whoop. Here I am. And it said the life of a man is in his eye. What I see, that's what I want to kill. What I see, that's what I want to bring to life. Ooh. And life is death is in the tongue. We gotta watch we gotta watch ourselves, man. These spirits is on us. Every day. I always tell a brother, spirit looking at you just like this in front of your face. Wait. The righteous one and the wicked one just like this. Okay, it's my turn. Whoop. Okay, it's my turn. Whoop. You know what I mean? You gotta watch for those openings, man. The life, right, of a man is in his eyes, man. It says keep your eyes single, right? And your body shall come to life. Right? Man, mortify thy members. Your members is your actions. You gotta cut actions off and rise up other actions. Right, go ahead.
And hasty contention.
And what?
and hasty contention.
Hasty is rush. Always quick to say something back.
Huh.
Got to get your get back. You know what I mean? What we was doing the next day was like, yeah, man, you ain't gonna get, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna jump my brother like that and think we not about to, you know what I mean? That was hasty. The Lord said, but y'all ain't do it yet. He made us calm down. We still talking about, you know, one of them more about, yeah, we give, yep.
I ain't talking about it all day.
But if we slow down, we can get rid of that feeling. If you just slow down, right? Take your time, take a breather. 10 seconds. Right? Go ahead.
And hasty contention kindleth a fire. And a hasty fighting sheddeth blood.
Shed what?
And hasty fighting sheddeth blood.
You quick to punch it, you know what I mean? In the chin. Bing, ooh. Now y'all in there. But it said whoever's strong, guess what they gonna be? It said and the stronger they are which contend, what? The more they will be inflamed. I'm strong. That's why I'm like, nigga, they cut me. Cause the more you'll be inflamed, you ain't gonna knock me out. For sure you ain't gonna knock me out. What that is? Pride. We gotta watch that, man. We gotta watch that thing, right? Go ahead.
If thou blow the spark, it shall burn.
It shall what?
It shall burn.
We've been dealing with that. This is the tabernacles, man. We in that nigga. What happened? The fire said, you know what I mean? That's kind of how it started. It sounded like that. You know what I mean? So when you hearing that fire crackling, right, you got two things you could do. You can either blow on that fire, go ahead.
If thou spit upon it.
And if you shut it down, right, if you be quiet, go ahead.
It shall be quenched.
It shall what?
It shall be quenched.
Everything shall shut down. Who you gonna argue with if you arguing with a wall? If I shut up and I'm not saying nothing back, you talking to a wall, and then you gonna be wrong when you punch me because I ain't saying back. I ain't saying nothing back. Just be quiet. I want to say the other one, but I'm trying to learn how to use my mouth. Be quiet. Go ahead.
And both these come out of thy mouth.
Where it come out of?
Both of these come out of thy mouth.
Read on.
Curse the whisperer.
Curse what?
Curse the whisperer.
Now, I'm telling you, me and Khalil, we be having to check ourselves, man. What's going on? What's going on? You know what I mean? What's going on with the higher ups, man? Why he ain't moving? Why she ain't moving like? You know what I mean? Then we got Lord's will. Shut it down. Because we'll be cursed. It says blessed. Right? Blessed is that blessed is the peacemaker. Right? We blessed if we be slow to speak, man.
Curse the whisperer and double tongue.
And what?
And double tongue.
And now we gotta watch for hypocrisy because I gotta really safeguard my mouth. I gotta really not let rage inflame me. I gotta really not let that strength of saying, hey man, you can't knock me out. I ain't been knocked out there in my life. That's the truth. I haven't. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody ever slept me. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta let that go. You know? And I gotta move in a point like, man, Yahweh, put iron in his hand and let his hand just stay at his side. And I'ma shut up. I'm praying in the midst of an argument. We forget to pray in the midst of arguments, man, in the midst of contention. Because we want to be heard.
Right.
Go ahead.
For such have destroyed many.
What?
For such have destroyed many.
What?
That were at peace.
It says the double tongue. You know what a double tongue is? Is when you're like, hey, brother, I know she wrong. You know, hey, brother, I know he wrong. You know what I mean? Do that wasn't right. This wasn't right. And then you telling them this wrong for the thing that they was right in, and this was wrong with the thing right in. Yeah. And you going both ways. You continue. I knew I was right. Both of them saying, I knew it. I knew I was right. You know? Rather than being like, hey, bro, look, both of y'all, you wrong right here, you wrong right here. Y'all need to be quiet and come back and talk. You know? And it says the ones that go both ways, you on both sides, you side pleasing. Guess what? You destroy you destroy them that be at peace.
A backbiting tongue.
What?
A backbiting tongue.
Being quick to talk back. You quick to get in there. Right, go ahead.
Disquieted many.
What?
Disquieted many.
It bring many down to death. Right?
uh,
Go ahead.
and driven them from nation to nation.
So what?
Driven them from nation to nation.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not living in Israel no more. I'm going with the Canaanites, and I'm gonna tell them everything I know about y'all. What?
Strong cities hath it pulled down.
By the mouth, you done pulled down strong cities. Cause you went in the Maccabees. There's a perfect account of that.
Uh,
Right? You had a brother go to the Greeks because he was sick of obeying the laws of God. He'd go to the Greeks and tell them all our hiding places, where we go at on the Sabbath to keep it. You
mm,
know, and got us killed. You know, and then we had to go up from there. We had to fight every Sabbath.
uh,
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
and overthrown the houses of great
Of
men.
what?
Overthrown the houses of great men.
So I asked my
That is
rib.
that.
I asked my rib. I said, you want to go by CC? You know, you want to go chill by CC, right? And she was like, nah, because through the spirit, it was the spirit on her said that because in the spirit, what's gonna happen is that she gonna start talking about me or start talking about this or start talking about that, and then I put a spirit on my rib, and now my rib come back in the spirit, right? So we really that's the type of stuff that we gotta watch out for. That's the type of stuff we gotta safeguard ourselves from. You know who you're getting counsel from, know where you're going to get counsel, right? Because at the end of the day, loose lips what sank ships, man, and brung a lot of people, overthrown a lot of houses, man. Right? That's why me and my sister was going through it, man, and she was getting counsel from certain people, and I'm like, if you got a demon on you, how you gonna go to another demon to get counsel? It doesn't make sense. It's gonna make your demon stronger. You need to go to a godly person to exercise that demon off of you. You know, and we so humble out here and so lowly that you could go to my friend, you could go to a brother, man. Right? You could go to one of my brothers, man, have a conversation with them so they could put a right spirit on you. I'm not that one that say you can't talk to my rib, man. Nah, man. If she call you, you talk to her, man. Help us fix this thing, man. Right? It's about us lasting long in this walk that we're walking, man. It's a lot of rocks and stumbling blocks and hills on this walk, but it's a straight road. It's a lot of roller coaster though, up and downs, down and ups, right? It says, verse 15, a backbiting tongue hath cast out virtuous women and deprived them from their labors. Because a backbiting tongue is, you know what your husband said when he was around the brothers, right? And then you go back and tell my wife what I said while I'm around the brothers when we having man talk. And that's like your husband, right? Around some women, and they talking about you and what the stuff that you done said about your husband, and then now it's strife in the household, right? Backbiting tongue, man. You gonna tell some stuff that you ain't had no business, man, right? We gotta safeguard our mouth, man. We gotta make sure that we got peace leaking off our lips and not damn death and anger and strife, right? Contention. All right, we're going to the next thing, right? Proverbs 18:21. Let's do it. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse number 21. It says, I'm gonna start at 20. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth. Your belly is your brain. If you speak something that's not good to somebody, they gonna say something back to you, and guess what's gonna happen? Your brain, you're gonna pound it on what they said back, but you shouldn't have said what you said in the first place, right? Period, right? And it says, a man's belly, his brain, shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. Your lips is gonna fill unto you righteousness or unrighteousness. It's gonna feed unto you, right? Honor or dishonor, right? And to be those men of renown, we need to guard our mouth, man, with a bristle, man. Right? It says, A man that has control over his spirits is greater of his spirit, right? Is greater than a man that taketh the city, right? Because you got a lot of spirits in you that you gotta hold at bay, man. Kind of gotta like, when you got the bigger dude and the small guy want to fight, and he kind of just hold his head and be like, man, chill out, bro. That's what you gotta do to all these spirits in your body. So you got like 20 hands to just hold all these spirits back. But soon as they see an opening, guess what? They in there like swimwear. Like now you gotta fight to get the spirit up off you. It says death. Oh, read it. Proverbs 18 and 21.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 21. And it reads, death and life are in the power of the tongue.
In the what?
In the power of the tongue.
It says life or death is in the power of the tongue. Man, you got to choose one. That's why the Lord say, he said, I said before you, go to Deuteronomy 30 and verse number 19. Life, you got to pick, right? But life. So we got to take that in consideration when we get in this wisdom of David. I mean, wisdom of Solomon. So like, that's like on one. No, don't open it. Yep, the baby's out here on Tabernacles too. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you,
uh-huh,
that I have set before you life and death,
mm-hmm,
blessing and cursing.
mm-hmm.
Therefore choose life.
Choose what?
Choose life.
Said choose the right way. Choose your words to bring forth life and not death.
Come on.
All right, go ahead.
That both thou and thy seed may live.
And if you safeguard your mouth and you speak life, you ain't got to worry about nobody spinning your block while you in the car with your baby and you. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about somebody saying, okay, well, I'm going to kidnap his child, right? Because he's so proud and mighty, right? Go ahead.
Any more on that?
No, back to the other one. Said, therefore, choose life, right?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
So choose life.
And they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
It says they that love death or they that love life, guess what? They're going to eat the fruit of both of those. Pick one.
You need 22, right?
Nah. We're gonna yield on that one. Give me Ecclesiastes 2, 5 and 2. Ecclesiastes 5 and 2. All right.
Yeah, 5 and 2.
Yep, 5 and 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it reads.
Oh, matter of fact, start at 1.
Verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear.
More ready to what?
To hear.
Uh-huh.
Then to give the sacrifice of fools.
Then to just pop off at the mouth, man. Right, go ahead.
For they consider not that they do evil.
And another thing that it's talking about too is when you go to the house of the Lord, guess what you do? You bring sacrifices. You bring lamb, sheep, right? So when you go up there, right, don't be so quick to say, hey, bro, nah, this thing good. Offer it. It got a, and the priest like, it got a blemish. Man, I ain't see no blemish when nah, man, I still want to get that to the Lord. You know, don't be that foolish man, right? Same way with your mouth, man. You don't want to give a foolish sacrifice. You want you know what I mean? You want pre-check your sheep. That's why they got a shearing house.
Yeah.
Go shear that wool off and see if they got a blemish on there. You know what I mean?
Be not rash with thy mouth.
With what?
With thy mouth.
Said, be not so quick with your to speak out of your mouth.
And let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before God.
Before who?
Before God.
And who eyes is 10,000 times brighter beholding all the works of men.
Yeah.
So every time you open your mouth, guess who listening?
Yeah.
The Most High Yahweh, man. Right, go ahead.
For God is in heaven, and thou upon earth.
Therefore, what?
Therefore, let thy words be few.
Read on.
For a dream cometh through the multitude of business.
The multitude of business, that's musing, right?
Huh.
When you do, before you do business, you got to think on it. Okay, this is how I'm gonna get him to say yes to 80,000 a year. This is how I'm gonna get him to say yes to putting in that 20 G's, and then right?
Huh.
Go ahead.
And a fool's voice is known by multitude of words.
What?
A multitude of
It
words.
says a full voice is known by a multitude of words.
Huh.
So if you keep your words true and you're not having a multitude of words, guess what? You're not a fool. You're a wise guy. A true wise guy. Not one that should be punching them out. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
When thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it.
It said defer not to pay it. Right? Go ahead.
For he hath no pleasure in fools.
And what?
No pleasure in fools.
And what?
No pleasures in fools.
Wow. Go ahead.
Pay that which thou hast vowed.
So it says he has no pleasures in fools. Somebody who just like to pop off at the mouth, man. Right? Watch your mouth, man. Proverbs 15:1. One.
It ain't.
Mm-hmm.
This is the mighty book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 1. And it reads from the top, a soft answer turneth away wrath.
To speak softly one to another, man, turns away wrath. Wrath can't dwell in a soft speaking house. You know, wrath can't dwell in a soft speaking community, man. Right? You gotta be like Smiley, man. And speak softly. Even when you mad, you be speaking soft. That's crazy.
But grievous words stir up anger.
Stir up what?
Stir up anger.
When you put that oomph behind your words, man, anger shoots up, right? Because it's pride, and pride brings forth pride, and pride brings forth destruction, right? Go ahead.
The tongue of the wise useth knowledge.
Do what?
Use the tongue of the wise useth knowledge.
And that knowledge is having few words. You right? Nah, you wrong. And this is why. Nah, I'm right because blah blah blah. Okay. Few words. Okay. I mean,
the tongue of the wise useth knowledge, all right. But the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness.
Pulleth out what?
Poureth out foolishness.
Man, poureth out foolishness, man. Right? You always just a fast talker, man. You know, the dudes that could sell water to a well and ice to an Eskimo. Guess what they got to do? They got to be foolish. They got to know how to pop off after mouth. Pimps, they got to be foolish. They know how to,
The simple believeth every word.
Yeah, and the simple believe every word. Because they're quick. They're popping off at the mouth. You know, cuz I'm saying, though, last time I was like this and it was swerving like that. And, the hip, the hop, the hip to the scop to the
bang, bang, boogie.
Folly and madness. Right, go ahead.
The eyes of the Lord are in every place.
And what?
In every place.
Doing what?
Beholding the evil and the good.
And to tell you that right after what? Telling you about your mouth. Damn, read it again.
The eyes of the Lord are in every place. Beholding the evil and the good.
Go to Psalms 118. And let's go to verse 18. Psalms 118, verse 18. And we didn't speak about the gospel, so we're going to end out with our reading of Matthew. You there already? Quick on sword. You know, practice with that more.
Yeah, because the other sword is more easier. Now I got to really...
You got to try to get in there. Okay, what I said, 118?
Verse 18.
All right. Let's go. Yeah.
This is the mighty book of Psalms, chapter 118 and verse 18. The Lord out of one has chastened me sore, but he hath not given me over unto death.
Hold on. Hold on.
That's a demon.
Mhm. All right, start at one.
Psalms 118 verse 1.
Mhm.
This is Psalms chapter 118 and verse 1.
Mhm.
Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, the one, for he is good.
He is what?
He is his mercy endureth forever.
How long?
Endureth.
What we talking about mouth, man? We ain't gotta beat ourselves up, you know. Whenever Salaki Satan, whenever things happen, man, we ain't gotta beat ourselves up, man. Biggest person that we need to learn how to forgive is ourselves. And then once we learn how to forgive ourselves on multiple Salaki, y'all, Salaki. Like I said, man, we in this nature, man. Let's start back from compass.
118, right?
Yeah. No, not 118. Yeah, 118 verse
12.
yeah.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 118 and verse 12. They compass me about like bees.
Like what?
Like bees.
Hey man, we've been out here dealing with them things, man. You gotta swat those evil spirits, man. Evil spirits be trying to get you like whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I mean? Oh man.
Why does it keep doing that?
Look at that. Look at that saying. That service. That service heavy right now, boy. Service heavy right now. Man, what?
Take away the word.
All praise to the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 12. They compass me about like bees.
Like what?
Like bees.
Uh-huh.
They are quenched as the fire of thorns.
As what?
As the fire of thorns.
Said they work like they work like the fire of thorns. You feel what I'm saying? Quenched mean life, right? So let me see. Is it quitted or quenched? Okay, they're quenched like the fire of thorns, right? It burn for a little while, then they go away, right? That pain go away. Go ahead.
For in the name of the Lord.
For in the name of what?
Of the Lord. I will destroy them.
I will what?
I will destroy them.
Man, we could destroy these evil spirits if we keep our mind stayed on the Lord, man. Right? And before this thing keep on cutting off and going in and out, man, we're going to go ahead, man, and say, Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yasharala.
And Shalom.
And Shalom.
Hey, man, I hope y'all enjoying y'all feast days and y'all days, Sabbaths, all that. Shalom.
Shalom.